Okay, hello and welcome to today's weather update. It is July 16th, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just feeling really depressed. This weather is just really getting to me, and I'm showing you the alley conditions in the alley this afternoon. 85 degrees, 80% humidity, absolutely disgusting out there, and the rain, just we had a lot of rain today in certain areas. It's just a very disgustingly humid day. It's mostly over now. You can see all the rain off to the east, and if we look at we are looking at the AccuWeather radar here. You'll see there are a number of stories here. Atmospheric river, they're calling this now. That's what we've had. A state of emergency declared in New Jersey. At least 5 killed during flash flooding in the Philadelphia area. Record-breaking southwestern heat wave to expand eastward, and the wildfires are on a season on west, a verge of explosive development. So we're living in a nightmare, basically, and it's starting to take its toll on me emotionally because it just feels like these are the end times. But anyway, let's take a look at the satellite here, and you can see the explosive, all these bright white clouds. I saved this loop from earlier. We'll update this to a current 60-frame loop. You can also see all the wildfire smoke off to the west that we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. There it is, rolling in. You can see all that explosive convection here. So we're going to go from the humidity to smoke. You see right there it is, moving into the frame right there. Looking at the MODIS satellite here, you can also see it as well approaching. That's the smoke we're going to be dealing with for tomorrow. All coming from these wildfires going on in Canada, and there's just so many of them. There's too many of them now. We're going to have fires on the West Coast, too. There's been a few that are starting. So, absolutely crazy. I'll put a few more layers up. Look at all this smoke that's in Canada right now. It's Northwest Territories into Saskatchewan. And again, all this smoke is coming into our area. You can see there's more smoke up to the north that's coming off of Quebec. That's all heading to Greenland. There's your subtropical system there. Looking at our weather map here, you'll see low pressures there in a slow-moving cold front. Another front behind that bring cooler air, I think, into our area. This front is really just going to lower the humidity. So let's talk about all the rain. We have the CBS News update here. New Jersey State Governor Phil Murphy has declared a state of emergency after severe storms. So I'm not going to play the video, but we will do. I don't want to play the video. All right, well. New Jersey, Phil Murphy has declared a state of emergency on severe storms. Thousands of people lost power as parts of the state experienced intense rainfall, flash flooding, and dangerous winds. The governor's office said the weather conditions may cause landslides, rockslide slides, and damaged roadways. Throughout the state, we have seen heavy rainfalls resulting in hazardous conditions, and we urge residents to remain vigilant around flooded roadways and downed trees and power lines. The safety of our residents is our main priority, and we recommend everyone to be informed. So, really, state of emergency. We're going to look at the rainfall totals, travel headaches, and Long Island residents also. There was some flooding here, too, on Long Island as well. And it looks like air quality advisories for tomorrow for the wildfire smoke. Some residents in Suffolk County woke up to feet of water outside their homes. So it looks like the South Shore, East Islip. We're going to go look at the rainfall totals in a minute. So the East Islip got some flooding too as well. And we had that flood watch for today, so that's why. Just a miserable day. I was just pretty much in bed all day because this weather is just beating my you-know-what here. Air quality alert, that's going to be for tomorrow. So let's go to the AQIs now. Air quality. I don't know if it's air quality, AQI. Let's do AQI. Then we can get a map of all the AQIs. Right now it's good, but if we look at this Google map here and we pull this out a little more, let's see, it should show us moving in off to the west. Yeah, look at that. 163, so that's what's moving into the west there. 153, yeah, we got some really high numbers, triple-digit numbers. So this is what we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. It's going to be surface wildfire smoke. I know I'm talking more about the smoke than the rainfall. We'll get to that in a moment here. Let's Let's go to the weather and hazards map here, if I can find it. I know I have it here. All right, here we go. So you can see all the heat in the southwest, more severe weather in Oklahoma, and all these flash flood watches and warnings all across the Northeast. So without further ado, let's put the precipitation up. We'll go straight to that, and we'll do 24-hour precipitation. Put observations on here, and you'll see all the rain that has fallen. And unfortunately, all the areas to the north that wound up getting so much rain and they're saturated, well, they got even more rain. 2 inches of rain, so even more than that. Let's locally go in the locally our area here, Long Island, and take a look because, wow, some areas really got a lot of rain. So, yeah, we didn't wind up getting that much in Nassau, only 0.61, but some of the heavier cells moved over Suffolk County. Yep, there's Babylon, 3 inches. The South Shore, Bay Shore, 6.19 inches. That's insane. 3.97 inches in Sayville. 4.6 at 6.6 at Islip. That's unbelievable. That's a month's worth of rain. 2 inches of almost 3 inches of rain there in Center Reach. So it all depended on where these heavy cells went. They didn't really hit us in Nassau County. It's another 4-inch amount. I don't know if I believe that one. 1.68 in Ridge. The Pine Barrens got a good amount of rain. 1.48. 3 inches at West Hampton. I don't know if I don't believe that 8.19 there in Wayne Scott, but 2.56. So yeah, generally speaking, parts of Long Island really got soaked today. We did not get it in Nassau County at all. And let's see, the city, nothing really too remarkable in the city, but New Jersey. Let's see how New Jersey doesn't look that bad. 1 inch. This must have been from yesterday. The storms he's talking about. But yeah, some areas did. Look at this. Atlantic City. It all depended on where these storms hit. 3.16, 1.55 in Egg Harbor City. He said the Central Jersey area got hit. So yeah, they got in the last 24 hours. They got another 1 to 2, 3, almost 3 inches of rain. And Northwest Jersey as well. Look at these amounts here. Sussex County, another 2.5 inches. Unbelievable. In the Peekskill area, 1.5 inches. Just unbelievable. Yeah, it's like an atmosphere. We're going through what California went through with atmospheric river. That's what they called it. Could load some more numbers up. That would be good. But now the map wants to be all right. 2 inches there in the Hudson Valley. Some 3-inch amounts. Connecticut also 3-inch amounts there. Look at Connecticut there, 3.22 in Southbury, and then 3.04 near New Haven, 3.26. So a lot of rain, just a tremendous amount of rain. And again, if we put this into the 48-hour, I want to show you New Jersey because this is where they've gotten like 2 summers worth of rain, and this is where you see some of those 4-inch amounts there popping up over Jersey, around Phillipsburg, and also Central Jersey, Princeton, Edison, north of Trenton, 5-inch amounts. Absolutely insane amounts of rain today across Jersey. The past 2 days, it's just unbelievable what's been going on. Let's look at our current conditions because we're still in the swamp right now. Islip 75 degrees, dew point 75. So generally in the 70s today. Temperatures really didn't go much of anywhere, but the humidity was very, very high. And that's what we saw, all these heavy rainfall amounts. Like I said, we're living in a nightmare here. It's, watching the atmosphere do these things is really just taking its toll on me emotionally. Look at that. A 79-degree dew point. I would not be surprised if the dew point hit 80 at one point today at Islip. That is incredible. That is incredible. That is truly incredible. Somebody has an 80-degree dew point. We're going to go look. Let's look at West Hampton. 73-degree dew point. Let's see if West Hampton got up to an 80-degree dew point. No. They got as high as 77, though. My gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Farmingdale. Let's see, maybe Farmingdale hit an 80-degree dew point. Somebody probably had an 80-degree dew point today. Look at that, 77. My gosh, it's just unbelievably swampy out there. This is not normal. This is even pushing it for Florida, let alone our area. I know somebody got up there with a really high dew point. Let's try Lakehurst. We'll look at Jersey to see if they got up there. They don't have as many observations, but I mean the dew points are just insane today. Absolutely insane. What can I tell you? I mean, it really is something. It really is something what we're witnessing here. All right, I'll put the highs on the screen here, and you can see we still managed to get into to around 80 degrees. Generally speaking, there isn't going to be much of noticing the highs and the lows today. Lows, you can see mid 70s. Not really, not a big diurnal range at all. Let's go to the Weather Service's webpage here, and we'll look at any statements that they made here about this. Rainfall amounts. Then they'll have also here, let's make sure I have a link up here, actually, latest rainfall reports. And this, again, is as of 8:55 p.m. You can see Fairfield County, 4.26. I'm just going to briefly go over these. New Haven County, 4.53. I mean, there's so much talk about, I can't even get into the long range tonight. All right. 4.53 in Waterbury, 3.20 Waterbury, 3 inches in New Haven, 3.47 inches in New London. That's an incredible amount of rain. Passaic County, 2. All right, that area didn't get hit as hard. Brooklyn, respectively 2 inches. Nassau County, you can say the drought's over. 1.96 at Branchville. I don't even know where that is in Nassau County. Right Neck, 1.88. Orange County are getting another 2.5 inches of rain, what they don't need up there. Suffolk County, look at that. Islip was ground zero for the heaviest rain. 5.35 inches at Islip Terrace. 4.65 at the airport. 4.23 at Blue Point. Sayville, 3.96. West Hampton, 3.07 inches. The drought for the Pine Barrens is over. 3.52 inches at Stony Brook. So, what a soaker of a day today. Just a drenching, disgusting, tropical soaker. 3.48 at West Chester in Golden's Bridge. Tarrytown, 2.61. It just feels like we're living in a nightmare. I'm sorry if it's just taking an emotional toll on me. Let's read these storm reports as well. A thunderstorm wind gust of 40 miles an hour. Non-thunderstorm wind gust of 40 miles an hour in Sussex. A flash flood in Bethel, Connecticut. A flash flood in Peach Lake in Westchester. Flash flooding in Connecticut. Fairfield County in Danbury. Roads flooded. Major flooding in East Islip with a road closure on Sunrise Highway. People stranded in vehicles. North Babylon, flooding on 231 northbound. New Haven, flooding taking place in the neighborhoods on the south side of New Haven with high standing water. Danbury Airport, flooding along Mary Brook Road resulting in a prolonged stretch of standing water. A 52-mile-an-hour wind gust at Captree. Orange County, more flash flooding again. Amityville, wind gust. Bethel, Mill River Plain Road closed. And Fairfield County, Connecticut, hit very hard. Little Neck, Queens. Picture shows car on Beaverbrook Road trapped in floodwater by Danbury Airport. A flash flood in New Haven. So a lot of flooding in New Haven. Flash flooding in East Quogue. Impassable roadway. Widespread road closures in Southampton in Suffolk County due to flooding. So really incredible. Marine thunderstorm wind gust measured at that site at 52 miles an hour at Captree State Park. So yeah, incredibly active day across the area. Now I got to take you through the radar rewind and show you what was going on. So we'll just put this on the radar here. With that humidity, the insane levels of Cape. We'll start off at 6-7 in the morning. You can see there was a line of storms here. heavier showers passing through. And they kind of just trained over Suffolk and Connecticut a good part of the day here. You could see what was going on here. Another batch, and then here comes another one for Suffolk County. To the east end. That one really hammered the east end there. They really, oh my gosh, yeah. They really got hammered there. So, yeah, that's that's just incredible. So, I want to go to the Wonder Map next because we got to look at that too and look at the rainfall totals on that. It'll give us even more. Usually, I do this for Long Island because we have even more stations here just to show you, again, the incredible amounts of rain that fell across many parts of Long Island. And see 4 or 5 inches around Saltaire and Robert Moses and Crabtree State Park as well. There's that 6-inch amount in East Islip. Lake Grove, too. 3.5 inches of rain. So many parts of Suffolk got a lot of rain, including the Pine Barrens. South Haven, 2.73, 3.28. It's good to see the Pine Barrens getting in on this heavy rain, though. 3.56, this will help replenish those lakes, which I haven't been to in a while, but last time we were there, they were like almost gone. 2.15 around Riverhead, and then we head out east again to the South Fork, and let's just take this radar overlay away. I don't want this here. 4.51, so the Hamptons really got hammered too. So yeah, many parts of Long Island got a month's worth of rain today. Absolutely crazy amounts of rain today on Long Island. Absolutely nuts. Just what can I say? What can I say? Let's go to the climate reports for today. So we're still 2 degrees above normal, but the main key is the record here. 4.63 inches of rain, which is a record now. We beat the old record of 1.22. So everybody pretty much setting records for rainfall today. Central Park did not set a record for rainfall. They were 2 degrees below normal. Bridgeport might also have a record. Let's see if they have a record. 1.45. Wow, they didn't get that much over there. Missed Bridgeport for whatever reason. And then, yeah, the Islip is where the record is. I mean, that's just incredible. And the dew point just getting as high as it did, that might be a record right there. I don't know if they've set a record dew point, but it looked like it got up to 80 degrees, the dew point at Islip, which is absolutely crazy. So, like I said, we are living in a nightmare. And now I got to pull the weather and hazards map back up here because we got to talk about the rest of the country, though. It's really almost too much to talk about locally in this weather update. But more heat again for the West, and just it's gonna get even worse. I mean, it's unbelievable. Again, you have this just incredible heat here going on in the West. You see all the heat advisories and excessive heat warnings in effect. I mean, still at this hour, it's 1:15 in Needles. Here we are. Over there it's 3 hours earlier, but still it's the evening. What was the high over there? Let's go look at the actual high temperatures here. I'm looking for high temperatures. So high temperatures. Yeah, look at these high temperatures. I mean, triple digits all the way up. Look at these triple digits all the way up the West Coast. You have to be right on the shore to really get any kind of relief. Triple digits, 115. I know I was reading Las Vegas might break their all-time record. You can see, look at the heat just extending all the way into the interior Northwest, too. See relief at the coast. And this goes up into Canada, too, as well, which is not good because there are lots of wildfires there. So, yep, 80s, 70s, 82 up in Quebec. Again, nuts. Northern Quebec. I mean, none of this is normal. None of this is normal. All right, let's go to the Storm Prediction Center. And you can see the marginal risk. Why did it go away? Come on, give me that. You see there was they took the risk away. Now you have a little bit of a risk up there in the Midwest. Looking at tomorrow's risk, you'll see here tomorrow. I don't know why it's not moving, but yeah, it changes to South Dakota and Nebraska. And we've got some interior marginal risks for inland as well. Yeah, I don't know why there are no air quality alerts to this wildfire smoke. We're going to look at that too. So there's just so much to look at, so much going on. I should have started earlier, but I just not feeling well today. Just emotionally, it's just taking a toll on me. So here you go. Here's the wildfire smoke, and I deal with all the other stuff in my life too on top of this. So you can see we're just look at a big cloud of wildfire smoke coming. So we're gonna have some pretty bad air quality. So let's go to the models next, and I'll just go over this week for you. All right, I can't really go into the long range. I'm just going to show you the surface here on the GFS. That moves aside, and you'll see that we do have a little bit more of a flow out of Canada, which will bring, it looks like, more rain for Friday, another low and a cold front, and that would bring in some cooler. This brings in some cooler air for next weekend, but it could also be more smoke. This might be the wettest July on record. We went from being dry to who knows what's going to happen here. So let's go to the HRRR here. Like I said, I can't go over the long range. It's just too much for me to handle in this weather update. So you'll see here that moves out, and then we have a dry day tomorrow, maybe an isolated shower, thunderstorm. And then for Tuesday, we may have another chance of an isolated shower, thunderstorm in the afternoon or evening hours. Let's look at your dew points here on the HRRR, because they'll go down a little bit, but not by much. So tomorrow, we'll see dew points drop maybe to around 70 degrees. And then, look at this. We're still dealing with humid conditions. Southerly flow for Tuesday as well. So tomorrow, we will have a westerly flow. That's going to bring in the smoke, but it seems like it just wants to hang the humidity around this model here, the HRRR. We'll look at a few others as well. Temperatures, it's going to be hot tomorrow again. Tomorrow probably we'll see highs probably around 90 degrees. The only thing that might keep it down is the smoke. Mid-80s to around 90. So unlike the last time, not only is it going to be smoky, it's going to be brutal outside as well. Lows only getting out of 70. And then Tuesday maybe a little bit cooler. It looks like HRRR is showing only low 80s. So let's look at a few other models here. GFS with the dew points here, because I don't know why the HRRR wants to hang the GFS brings in the drier air. So we have a bit of a disagreement here. I don't know. I think I might have to toss the GFS aside, because I think the humidity will come down tomorrow, right? We will have a westerly wind, which will drop the humidity down, though it will make it hotter, and we'll have dew points in the 60s primarily. But then the dew points come back up again as we head into Tuesday with that southerly flow redeveloping there and bringing dew points back up to around 70 degrees. So that's what I'm thinking. And if we look at the rest of the week, Wednesday, we even have nicer dew point air coming in, lower dew point air. Dew points dropping to the 50s before more moisture comes in, and the next chance of rain for Friday. Let's go look at the highs. And as we go into tomorrow, you see GFS a lot warmer, highs near 90. I don't know what's wrong with the HRRR. I think we're going to have to toss that model aside because it doesn't make any sense. It looks like, you look at the satellite, you see that there's a front coming through. So you'll see here highs near 90 tomorrow with that westerly flow, not much of a sea breeze. And then for Tuesday, you'll see the temperatures drop a little more with that onshore flow. And then Wednesday, mid 80s. And then Thursday, we'll deal with 80s. And then just nothing, no real crazy heat. Just a little bit of a break from the humidity, though, which I can appreciate. Let's look at the skies next. These are just clouds. Tomorrow we should have not many clouds around, but the smoke's going to be around. Tuesday we'll be dealing with more in the way of some clouds, and then Wednesday we clear it out. We'll have to see if we deal with more smoke again. I'm not going to run anything beyond that. Let's look at the RGM next, because we got to look at the smoke models. All right, so here's tomorrow. See, it's showing sunshine, but again there'll be some smoke around. And then for Tuesday we'll have some clouds, a few more clouds in the mix. And then this model, again, we have a disagreement. This model has a whole bunch of clouds over us on Wednesday. Whether we'll have to see about that, I don't know. Let's go to the smoke model now. Look at the 21Z smoke model here. Vertically integrated smoke. Here you go. Here it comes. You can see we're going to be in it for tomorrow. And then maybe it eases a little bit on Tuesday as it gets pulled back to the north. But yeah, we're going to definitely be into it tomorrow. I think you're going to start seeing it around, especially as you get toward the afternoon. Definitely some thick smoke out there. And we're going to have near surface smoke as well. So that's where we're going to have, we're probably have an air quality alert in effect. I don't know why it's not showing up on the map, and I don't know why there aren't any other air quality alerts listed for the smoke, but you can see there it is. It looks like maybe a lot of the surface smoke winds up staying away from Long Island. It looks like maybe it just gets into New Jersey. I'll have to see about that. I don't know about that. It's trying to keep some of it away just from Long Island. I think maybe if you're further out east, you'll be a little better off on avoiding the near surface smoke. But I don't be surprised if you smell wildfire smoke tomorrow, especially if you're in New Jersey. Let me go back to the weather and hazards map because I just want to show you the air that's coming our way so you get an idea of the visibilities and observations that we have here coming out. Let's look at Akron, Ohio, where they have 5-mile visibility. 7-mile visibility. At some of these sites we're reporting as low as 3-mile visibility. That one's up to 7. But some of these sites we're reporting, let's look at Cleveland here. Yeah, they're at 3-mile visibility. So that's pretty thick smoke right there. So that's what's heading our way. And I think we're going to be getting into that tomorrow. I expect a smoky day tomorrow. Going from the humidity to the smoke. No good weather to be outside. I miss the Pine Barrens so much, but the weather is just not good for going, unfortunately. And that is the problem we're in right now. So I think I'm going to wrap up this weather update. I'm kind of done for the night here. You can see there's been some power outages. I don't know why there's so many power outages in Louisiana. Also some in California, too. Probably just related to the heat. They're not having any storms. And as far as New York goes, we'll look at not too many outages on Long Island. They're mostly upstate. There aren't that many here in New Jersey. It looks like they've reduced the amount of power outages significantly. But just crazy weather that we are experiencing. And just look at all that smoke heading our way. None of this is normal. This is very abnormal. Well, what can I tell you? Is what we're seeing here is unprecedented. I'll just take you back to the Ventus sky here for a moment, so you can just visualize the heat and the humidity that we have around in the atmosphere here. And you can see just everything is. There's Don, by the way. I guess we can go look at an update on Don if you want. It's just a subtropical depression now. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it with everything else going on right now. And dew points. I mean, look at how high this humidity goes all the way up in the cannon. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, it's just nuts. What can I say? Look at how hot it is up here, even this far north. It's 70s. This is very, very disturbing. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. But what an incredibly active day over parts of our area today. And as we deal with the planet that is completely out of control right now, this climate crisis needs to be the number one thing that people need to be talking about, our elected officials, to everybody. It's crisis it's an emergency. It really is, and we need an immediate response. And like I said, if I was the president, I would be issuing some pretty unpopular executive orders right now, like getting these if you drive a big gas guzzling vehicle, if you really don't need it for any purpose, then it's going to get taken away. That's what we have to do. We have to issue some executive orders. But Biden, he's way, way too feeble to do any of that. So that is all. Thank you for watching and have a good night.